Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Batul Patel. I'm a dermatologist by specialization and I am the medical director of the Bombay Skin Clinic. I'm going to talk to you about dermal fillers, but before I get into that, I would like to take you through aging. What are the signs of aging that you see on your face? Sometimes these signs of which you see on your face, can be very disheartening. Most of my patients struggle emotionally when they notice those first signs of wrinkles on their face, or they start to realize that their face is starting to lose the shape. So why does all this happen? It happens because as you age, you tend to lose your subcutaneous fat and you lose hyaluronic acid. Subcutaneous fat and hyaluronic acid is what is holding your skin. And as you lose this, your skin starts to sag and hence you tend to lose your face shape. So what you will see, that you will see hollowness around your temples, you will see your dark circles looking more prominent. Sometimes you can see your nasolabial folds. Even you can even lose your shape of your jaw. All these signs can sometimes leave a person less confident. And you sometimes have a lot of people coming and telling you, why are you looking so tired, why are you looking so sad? These comments that you get from people can sometimes make you lose your confidence. I'm here to explain to you how all these signs of aging can be treated and taken care by a treatment that is the dermal filler treatment. And these filler treatments can actually bring back that youthful appearance on your face, can restore your volume, can help you to get rid of your some fine lines, wrinkles, nasolabial folds. I'm going to answer some of the questions which people have about facial fillers, and I'm going to tell you how the procedure is done, what to expect, what are the side effects, who is it ideal for, who should not do the dermal filler treatment. So I'm going to learn a lot about the dermal filler. So what do facial fillers do? Let's get into that question first. Facial fillers are basically gel-like substances, and these are injected beneath the skin to smoothen any fine lines, to fill up the folds, and this is approved by the US and Drug and Food Drug Administration. They are also known by many other names, like they can be called as wrinkle fillers, soft tissue fillers, or dermal or injectable implants. They are used to fill up your temples. They can be used to fill up the hollowness around your eyes. They are used to, help the wrinkles around your mouth, your nose area. They also are used to enhance the form of your lips, to help you to get a better jawline, for chin projection. So these are all the areas where you could use your fillers on your face, which could overall help to improve the proportionality of your face. The next I would like to discuss is about what can facial fillers not do. Facial fillers don't really work for very saggy skin or extremely loose skin. In that case, what I would like to do first is help the skin to tighten. So I would like to do other treatments for skin tightening, like I could do like a fractional laser, or I could do a microneedling RF, or we could do some threads, because it's important to get the skin tightness and skin integrity first, and then fill, so that you could achieve a better result. So whenever you're going in and if you want to get fillers done, you always need to make sure that if your skin is very loose, tighten and then fill. And if you have a good skin tightness, then you could only do the dermal filler treatment. The next thing is, then who is the ideal candidate for dermal fillers? Dermal fillers actually can be enjoyed by everyone, whoever wants to improve their overall appearance of the face. It's not only meant for anti-aging. It is meant if you want to improve, your contouring of your face. It helps to improve your chin projection. It also helps to improve your lips. It also helps to improve your jawline projection. So all these are good candidates for facial filler treatments. So what are the different types of facial or dermal fillers which are available? There are many types of facial fillers available. There are the facial fillers are divided or classified based on their longevity, on how long they can last. They could be either temporary fillers or permanent fillers, and based on what is the source of the filler. Source means it could be either from the human source, so that is the fat filler, or the called as an autologous fat filler. That means the fat is removed from your own body and then it is injected back in forms of micro injections onto the face, or micro lipo injections. These are completely risk free because it's your own fat, so there is no chance of allergic reaction, and they last for a couple of years. The other fillers are synthetic fillers, which are either hyaluronic acid fillers or collagen fillers. These are all synthetic, and collagen fillers are basically protein based fillers, and hyaluronic acid fillers are gel like substances which work very well. They help to improve the overall appearance of the face, the proportionality of the face, and restore back the volume on the face. And these last anywhere between 1 year to 1.5 years. The permanent fillers are called as poly L lactic acid fillers, which are now not used so often because of chances of high chances of allergic reaction, or its very long lasting nature. So most of the people now prefer to use temporary synthetic fillers, which are hyaluronic acid based fillers. As there are so many fillers available, it's very important to select the right filler for you. I take in a lot of parameters. I consider, like, what is the health and the condition of your skin, and what are your skin goals, what are we trying to achieve with the fillers. For example, if suppose you're trying to fill the dark circles, you want a more lighter material and it can last anywhere between 6 to 9 months. If you want to fill the lips, then you want something which is more hydrating and plumping. If you want something for the chin or for the jawline, then you want something more sturdy to hold on, to give you that shape. So it all depends on where you want to inject, what are your skin goals. Based on that, we choose the right kind of filler for you. So the next most common question, when I suggest a patient a dermal filler, they always get confused between, is it a Botox or a dermal filler? So I, would want you to clear out that botulinum toxin injection and dermal fillers are two different things. So, basically botulinum toxin weakens or relaxes the muscles, and botulinum toxin results are only seen for 3 to 4 months. And Botox acts more on dynamic lines and wrinkles, while fillers are not a toxin. It's a hyaluronic acid, and it helps to fill the fine lines and wrinkles and helps to lift the skin. It has no function on relaxing the muscles, or it does not work on dynamic lines. Hence, I always try to explain and try to help my patients to understand the difference between botulinum toxin injection and the dermal fillers. So when you go in for a dermal filler treatment, it's very important to share all your information to your dermatologist. And in our clinic, we make sure that happens. I always tend to take a very detailed history of my patients. I take a detailed medical history. I take any kind of drug history. I like to know, if they've had any allergic reaction to any kind of medication. Have they done any fillers before? When they did the last time fillers, did they have any swelling? Did they have any reaction? I like to sit down with my patients, take a detailed consultation for 1 hour and go through with them, so that we ensure safety, so that there are less chances of any kind of side effects. So when a patient decides to do the dermal filler treatment, we like to take a detailed consultation where I like to understand what the patient's concern areas are, what are the areas that they would like to correct, they would like to enhance, and they would like to improve. Based on that, we make a treatment plan. After that, photographs are taken, and following which the numbing cream is applied, so that to ensure that there is no pain. Using an antibacterial, the skin is cleaned, and then the treatment is carried out, where the dermal fillers are injected beneath the skin with fine needles. During this whole process, the patients are made very comfortable. There is no pain, and they see the result on the table, and I try to engage them in order to for them also to see the benefit of the filler treatment. The filler treatment could be anywhere between 20 minutes to, it takes about 20 minutes to 40 minutes. and there is no downtime, so the patients can resume back to normal activity immediately. Dermal filler treatments could be done for nasolabial folds, could be done for lines around your mouth area. They could also be done for temple hollowness, because of which the eyebrows droop and give a very sad look. Fillers are also done for chin projection or for giving you a very good defined jawline. So facial fillers are not only done to improve the aging changes on the face, but it can also be done to enhance your overall appearance of the face too. They are used also for giving a more plumper and a more defined lips. Sometimes they are also used for correcting the asymmetry of the lips to improve the smile. So these are all the different areas where dermal filler treatments can be done on the face. They are also done for, nowadays they are also done for hand rejuvenation. The post procedure steps that you follow after the dermal filler treatments are very important, because that helps to ensure safe results. The first important step is to drink a lot of water after the filler treatment, because the hyaluronic acid that we have injected into the skin is like a sponge, so it absorbs the water. Second, ice packs. They are given ice packs which they have to apply on the face in order to avoid any kind of inflammation or swelling. The third important step is to, while sleeping, avoid pressing the face into the pillow, because that could cause a lot of asymmetry. The last important point is, I advise my patients not to go in for any kind of facial massage or any kind of face treatments for at least a month, because it takes 1 month for the fillers to set into your face. And the last instruction is to avoid any kind of intense exercise for at least 10 to 15 days. Are there any risk or side effects? The risk or side effects depend upon only two things: one, on the type of filler used, and on the procedure itself. There could be certain minor side effects or downtime, like there could be redness, there could be swelling, there could be bruising, or there could be some kind of a rash. All these settle down within a few days, and sometimes I advise my patients to either apply ice or also to take some arnica tablet, which tends to help to reduce the inflammation. Dermal fillers can effectively make you look younger in just no time. They not only improve your lines or wrinkles, but they help your face to give out these positive messages. Like dermal fillers can help to fill up the hollowness, because of which your eyes can look more open, you could look more happy. They also help to improve the corners of the mouth, so the angry, sad look can turn to a happy look. They also help in chin projection, which can make the face look slimmer, give a more defined jawline. They work really well for even nose reshaping, to slim the nose. And fillers also help to give you your cheek enhancement or cheek lift. So there are a lot of advantages of dermal fillers. If you are thinking about dermal fillers, go meet your dermatologist and get to know more about it.